Hey everybody, I'm back again. So the video did end up cutting off on me. But you know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe, like the video, comment, share, visit my blog, corysong.blogspot.com, and read my ebook, I Have Done Enough by Cory Ballad. It's free on my blog. Let me get back into what I was talking about, the Clark sisters. So, let's see, what shall I start? So the actresses that played the Clark sisters, they did a really good job, and they got a lot of things that were very much like the Clark sisters. I said, so the woman who played Jackie, who was she? Angela Burchett. Um, she did really good. She was doing all the little like all the little mannerisms Jackie has, like the way that Jackie speaks and moves her mouth and stuff, her jaw and stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but she just moves her mouth certain types of ways. So she was doing all that stuff. And Karen, which was played by her daughter, so Kiera, Kiki Sheard, so she did a good job. She like the way she spoke in there, she was sounding like Karen, the way she held her head, so she had certain mannerisms that were, she was doing really good. Dorinda, which was played by Shalea, she was a great singer. She's a beast singer, and she was killing Dorinda. She was doing Dorinda, like she was doing a really good job. She doesn't even sing like that with all the rasp. So she did a really good job the way she sang like Dorinda. Um, and Twinkie, the person who played Twinkie, who was she? She was Christina Bell. She did good. She had like just Twinkie's certain postures that she had. I wrote down spirit. I don't know her mannerisms, like and the way she also spoke as well. So she was doing good to me. I felt like and in her singing, she was doing her different vocal stutters that Twinkie does, and like different runs and stuff like that she does. So she was doing that pretty well. What else did I have down here? Okay, so yeah. So I wanted to go a little bit in depth about Maddie Moss Clark, Dr. Maddie Moss Clark, the mother of the Clark sisters. Um, I felt like, even though the movie was supposed to be a Clark sisters biopic movie, and it was called The Clark Sisters, the First Ladies of Gospel, I felt like the main character in the movie was Maddie Moss Clark, Dr. Maddie Moss Clark, the mother. I felt like it was mostly about her, um, because she was such a force in the Clark sisters' lives, and it was very interesting because the movie was like 2.5 hours long. Well, that's with commercials. They showed it for 2.5 hours, and so um, the first 30 years so they started the movie saying it was 1963, and Maddie Moss Clark died in 1994. So that's a 30-year span. So that lasted 2 hours and about 10 minutes. And after she died, they put everything from 1994 to 2019 or whenever they shot the movie. Uh, they put all the rest of it in 20 minutes. So I felt like most of the movie was explaining Maddie Moss Clark, and then it was the final 20 minutes was what did they do after they didn't have Maddie Moss Clark anymore? How did they pick themselves up and go on as the Clark sisters and continue Maddie Moss Clark's vision for the Clark sisters? Um, so yeah, she was the main character. I felt like, and she was struggling. She was a very interesting woman. Like she was a very complex woman, like all human beings, and they showed a whole bunch of different aspects of her, and I felt it was intriguing. She was like, she was like a quintessential black mother. She was like the prototype, like the poster child. She was the stereotype or whatever. She was everything. She was a black mother or woman or whatever she was supposed to be. Like, she did everything that a black mother did. So it was really funny. What did I have in my notes? I got my notes here about her. So first of all, like I had stated in my first video, yeah, go ahead and watch. Let me make that clear. Go ahead and watch my first video, because some people don't. Go ahead and watch the first video about the Clark sisters movie. Before you watch this one. So in the first movie, in the first part, in that first video, I said that she was in charge of the music for the church. So the Clark sisters' father, who I don't know his first name, but his last name was Clark, was a pastor, and Maddie Moss Clark was the head of music in the Church of God in Christ, the whole denomination. So it was a struggle between Maddie Moss Clark and the Pastor Clark, or Bishop Clark, or whoever he was. I don't know his title. I'm sorry, not to say whoever he was like that, but I didn't. It was a struggle between them, and he said in the beginning of the movie when they started showing how she was developing the Clark sisters, and that she started getting them places and was getting busy and doing different stuff and trying to make a name for them and herself in music, in gospel music. He said, "It don't look good on you, Maddie." And she replied, "What's that, Clark?" They called him Clark. And he said, "Ambition, it doesn't look good on you." So it was a struggle between the husband and the wife. She was usurping, or she wasn't doing the traditional role that she was supposed to be doing, or what he thought she should be doing, or what the church thought she should be doing in society, in black society as a whole, or in society as a whole. Like, she wasn't doing, supporting her man or being behind her man, being a silent woman, and basically just being there for her husband, pretty much, and having her own identity. And they both had some points of view that were valid. So both had validity on both sides. I said, I put down that Father Clark became insecure. He wanted Maddie to sacrifice. Maddie was somewhat neglectful to him as a wife because she was busy. And he made a good point, when they had that fight about the breakfast. A couple, a husband and a wife should support each other. But during that time, the husband was supposed to be doing things, and the wife was just supposed to support him doing different things, and she was supposed to sacrifice everything that she wanted to do in her life and be behind him. And she was fighting to not sacrifice it, try to make him happy, try to support him, try to do what she wanted to do as well, because she had a vision for what she, what the Lord had sent her to do, what she felt like he sent her to do. And yeah, I'm gonna get more in depth into this because now my video is at 10 minutes again. So I don't know, it might be three or four videos to this. So go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and comment, share the video, blah, 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 blah. Visit my blog, CorySong.blogspot.com. I'll be back to finish this up, maybe in this next video. Maybe I'll do a fourth video. Don't know. But it's the Clark sisters movie review. Okay. I'm Cory Ballad. I'll be gone. Do 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 do.